preparing to go live. I'm gonna go share this. Take a minute. Let's get together. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody is well. I came on here today to talk about my book. Let me share this actually before we get started, before we get moving, because I want to make sure that it's how it works. Bear with me, everybody. We're just trying to get on going before I talk about my book and the exciting things that are happening in the next couple of weeks. Let me see. Of course, this wants to be very slow right now. So give me a minute as people jump on. I'm going to, let me lower this here so we don't get feedback. Working on this Zoom thing, I'm gonna get it slowly but surely. And I'm gonna post it on my page just so I can make sure that more people are able to see it. Anyway, all right, everybody. Thank you for joining me on my page, on my business page, which is a Socialpreneur page. I just shared it to my personal page, so hopefully more people will jump on. But I'm on here to talk about my book and the dates that it's going to go live, the dates we're going to do pre-order, and kind of why I wrote the book and the little history behind that, and just a snippet of the titles of the chapters and what type of person should read this book and maybe what type of person you should gift it for. Okay, so the reason why I started to write the book, or why I wanted to write the book, was because I started noticing people in my family, people, my friends, and people around me didn't really know about local politics. Okay, you hear about politics in the news. You hear about the presidency. You hear about Congress. You hear about those things, but you don't really hear about or talk about local politics. And it's really just not something that's talked about. It's not something that's discussed. It's really not something that's taught in the schools. And it's not in everyday conversations in the home. So I said, you know what, this is something that I know about, but I know about it because I've been working in it. I work with people, I'm in the community, and I kind of accidentally got into community and politics, by the work that I do, and realized how important it was. And that's why I've got more involved, helped with campaigns, supported certain elected officials, and whatnot. So I don't ever claim to be a political expert. I didn't go to college for politics. I didn't do that. And it wasn't something that, it's not, I don't read all these books about it. I'm not an expert. I'm not a campaign manager. I don't do any of that. What I do know that it's important. And I do talk in my book about my own experiences and what I want. And I would love to see people of color get more active in the community and get more active in local politics at all levels. So my book is the title of the book, and I'm going to put it up on the on Facebook. And after this live, it is called Black, Brown, and Political. And the subtitle is called Get Informed, Get Empowered, and Change the Game, because I feel that that's what we need to do. Right? We need to get informed, we need to get empowered, and change the game. I was going back and forth with a few titles, but I felt the Black, Brown, and Political stood out so much more. And honestly, some people were saying, well, are you sure that's, is that going to be your target audience? And do you not want to isolate people? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? The African American community and Latino community, we need to stand up. And we need to learn and we need to educate ourselves about what's going on in politics, and we have to get engaged. And if we don't, then we're gonna continue to be angry. We're gonna continue to be upset and feel like the system is against us unless we do something to change it. So some of the topics in the book are about women running for office, local government structures on how they're built, why they don't want us to get active, why don't they want people of color to get active in politics, what will happen, and what you see that things change when we have us at the decision-making table. Then we're able to make decisions that affect us, right? We're able to have a voice in those decisions that affect us every day. So that's one of the reasons, and one of the chapters in my book is talking about that and why we need to step up to the plate, because it wasn't created for us in the first place. So we have to get inside of there and we have to make sure that we are engaged and we are changing things inside that system that works against us every day. Another topic is policy. You know, I talk about policy and why it's important. I also talk about sit at the table or be on the menu. A couple years ago, I did a training on that. And I did a training on teaching people how to apply for commissions and boards and committees within their own community. And that's kind of how you start to get involved politically, is by joining these committees and these commissions in order for you to get engaged and know what's going on and have some input in decisions that are being made. Also, a call to action. So, you know, it's just to tell people to get informed, to get empowered, and teaching them tools on where they could sign up, where they can do to just get active locally. So it's really focused on local level politics and how, you know, local people start to get interested in running for office, little tools. And like I said, it's from my perspective. I'm not an expert, but what I do know, if I could create some interest and create some involvement just for a few, you know, it doesn't just have to be me and a handful of people that are always joining boards and commissions and on this committee, on that committee, go to this event and that event. We all can't, you know, only a small few of us can't do the work. I'm trying to create small little, other Chandras across the country, so then we could spread the love and spread the involvement and spread the engagement. It's an easy read. It's a short book. So you get it for your teenagers, get it for young people in college, get it for high school seniors, get it for your mother or father who's retired, who wants to get involved and who wants to do something. So I decided to do pre-orders. We'll go out next week or a week and a half. I'm trying to set up my page in order to do the pre-orders. But also I decided to launch my book on November 8th. And we all know the significance of that date. And the reason why I want to do that is that I want communities of color to take back our power. We need to take back our power on that day. So I decided I want to launch my book on November 8th because I think we need to make a statement. We need to say, look, we're no longer going to play the victim here, and we're going to do something about it. And it has to start at the local level. We're not going to jump into Congress. We're not going to jump over to DC and start making decisions. We have to start making and affecting decisions here locally in our school boards, in our neighborhood associations, in city council and board of supervisors. All these local levels of government, we need to get involved and we need to understand. We need to know who our mayor is. We need to know who the city council members are. We need to know who the school board members of the schools our kids attend. How many of you know that? How many of you know who your school board members are of the school that your kids attend? I bet you only a handful, if that, know. And if you do know, it's because I know you and you're a friend and you're involved in local politics, and that's why you know. But people who are not engaged, that don't know, you don't even know who these people are that are making decisions on the funding in your kids' schools, how the resources are being distributed. You don't know who these people are, right? And you should. And if you should also know that you're eligible to run, right? And you can have a seat at that table making decisions that's affecting your child's education. All right. So that's it for now. I'm going to post the cover of my book so you can get a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. It will be available for pre-order next week or a week and a half, trying to set that date, but it will go live on Amazon on November 8th, because it's time to change the game, and it's time to take back our communities. It's time to take back our power and do something about it and stop complaining. All right, everyone, you have a blessed night. Take care, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.